Most people I know think that I'm crazy, and I know at times I act a little hasty, but if that's my way.
All right, everybody, thanks for showing up here on this little bitty reaction channel of mine. So, Bongo, this is another request from him. He wants to hear Billy Thorpe and the Aztecs, Most People I Know, from 1972. And this is what he wrote. He says, "Hi, Mike. From a recent Billy Thorpe reaction of yours in the comments, one of your supporters requested this song." So he says, Billy Thorpe singing Most People I Know in 1972. He said, there's a lot of videos of him singing this, but I like the black and white versions. So pretty cool. He says, if my life had a theme song, it's like this one. Cheers. And he also said he wanted to make sure that I put out there that this was the supporter on comment was Pauline East 8560. He said, so this is for Pauline East 8560. All right, man. So I got all that house cleaning out of the way. Let's bring this back up. I've rewound him all the way to the start. And I just got back taking my granddaughter to the park this morning at 7 o'clock. So that's why I don't have my cowboy hat on. I've got this ball cap, which is another hat that I prefer to wear. So Pauline East 8560, here's your song as from Corbong Dave, or as I like to call him, Bongo. That's from Kimmy. Kimmy named him Bongo. All right, y'all. So here we go.
Most people I know think that I'm crazy, and I know at times I act a little hasty, but if that's my way, and you should know it, then in every way help me to show it. Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. For most of my life, I've lived a delusion. Yes, material gain has caused me confusion, but slowly in time, I learned that my place is to tell all that I meet the glory that God is. Ooh, yeah, yeah. And that's why most people I know think that I'm crazy. Times I act a little hasty, but if that's my way, and you should
Yeah, man, I couldn't find a good place to pause this in, but I like how trippy it is. You know how they film this. Yeah, I think that's goes back to my younger days as well. So I like I like Billy Thorpe, man, and I just think it's cool, man, because if you see all these people, these young kids in the audience, they are just having themselves a ball. It's early enough. There's not a one of them has a cell phone. The only way they've ever heard of this guy is on the radio and by buying the actual records or having a friend who had the record, and I'm sure they just played it over and over and over and over again because that's what we did, when we were young. That we kind of lived for that. You had a little a cassette tape player. Maybe in '72, cassettes weren't big yet. 8-tracks were, but long story short, that maybe a reel-to-reel tape player. But you would sit there waiting for the radio, and you'd be listening for every song that radio guy played. And then when you thought it was a song that you wanted, you would hit record and hope you caught as much of it as you could. That's how we had to live, and we didn't complain, man. We loved it, and yeah, it's all easier now. I mean, I could say, kids these days don't know how good they got it, but I'm sure that's what our parents were saying in our generation too. So let's get back into it. Billy Thorpe and the Aztecs. Most people I know.
Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Most people I know think that I'm crazy, and I know at times I act a little hasty.
Uncle, you acting crazy or
if
hazy?
That's my way, and you should know it, and in every way help me to show it.
Yeah, man. I think I think about 1972 or 73, the psychedelic parts of the music were starting to really fade and give way to more folkish. Like Peter, Paul, and Mary made another comeback. John Denver, I think, was coming on strong in '73, and that type of music was starting to take hold, and these kick-ass bands like Billy Thorpe and the Aztecs were starting not to be as favorable because of their rock and roll roots and sound and things like that. I know that they made a change, somewhat of a change, in order to be significant or relevant, I guess is the word I want to say, in 73, 74 time frame like that. But you know, this is great music. All the guitars and the amplifiers of that era always had the same tone. I don't know if the foot pedals were a big thing back then, but you know, you can change the tone by foot pedals these days, and you may have been able to in '72. I'm not sure, man, but I liked it. I liked it, Bongo, and I bet you Pauline East 8560 was digging it too. So that's gonna do it for me, y'all. Thank you for stopping by. Hit the like button, subscribe button, and until I see you again, I'll catch you all down the road. All right, let's go into the outro, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye now.